Let's go. Let's do rolling on the road with the doc. Rolling on the road with Dave. Rolling on the road with the doc. 100 shades of the versatilities with Dave and Dr. Burton. All right. That was cool. Yeah. Hey, that was all right.
I think they like our theme music, Dave.
Hey, what's not to like about our theme music?
I think it's pretty cool.
You know, nothing like classic gospel-inspired semi-live from Atlanta, right, Dr. Kimberly?
You know what? That's the part that I like, is that we are international. Literally, we're international. And so it's nice that when our folks who watch us from around the world decide that they want to help us out, it's really nice. And we just say yes. So, and it does help, when you're related. It kind of helps. But what I want to say, today is Tuesday, July 9th. Can you guys believe it? 9 days until my birthday. Yes, 9 days until my birthday. If you are watching on GRTV 25, again, today is Tuesday, and it is the 9th of July. And Dave says we are now in year 5 of rolling on the road. Okay, yeah. And so have you ever sat back and said, I wish that somebody would create something to make this work better? You ever thought about that? You go to
Judy Morris, who's our longest serving occupational therapist and does home assessments, helping people with disabilities stay safe and independent in their homes. And she says her favorite people in the world are old quads, meaning older folks who have quadriplegia because their wheelchair is covered with duct tape and sticks and twigs and wires and more duct tape and foam because everything is customized and they're hacking, building stuff around. And so they're a rolling experiment and that creativity. So people do those things, and it's awesome when people do it, their individual hacks, but when you take it beyond that.
Well, I just happened to have heard about these two guys who kind of did the same thing. Their grandfather was on oxygen, so it's probably one of those old folks that she would really love to come by their home. And he thought it would be really cool if he would stop tripping over that long hose that you have, with that oxygen. I've always wondered, like, can I get that in purple if it comes to the point where I need that? Is there some kind of way I can get it in purple, and can I attach it to my wheelchair? So like on one side have the tank and then the hosing on the other side. I think it would be cool because I already figured out how to get my garage door opener on my wheelchair. So when I'm rolling down the street, in my wheelchair, I've got my garage door opener. So when I get close, I just hit the button and I come in and I shut it, and I feel like it's my Batman cave. But
wait a minute, but just to fill out the picture, one side is the tank and the other side might be an adult beverage dispenser. So if you're going down, I'm just saying, it could be.
Okay. Saying. But guess what? We have the right tool with us today, Austin and Alex Pollock, who could probably help us with something like that. What do you think, guys? I see them back there grinning. They're just like, what?
Yeah, absolutely. That's what we like doing, is 3D printing stuff and coming up with new inventions. And that's kind of how Real Free got started. I'll dive into the story a little bit, if that's all right.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So from a young age, our grandfather used to teach us woodworking and kind of inspired us to be creative and invent solutions. He used to take us to Michigan State University every summer for this thing called Grandparents University, where the grandparents take the kids and you actually go to classes for a week there. And that's part of the reason we both went into Michigan State. And, you know, when I was in 5th grade, I wanted to be an engineer. So pursued engineering, and our grandfather, when he had struggles being on supplemental oxygen, that long oxygen tubing that would pile up and be a tripping hazard. Some of the trips actually sent him to the ER. We wanted to create a solution for him. And that's how we created the RealMate remote, which is a reel-in oxygen tubing device, which manages up to 50 feet of tubing and keeps it off the floor. It unreels freely as you move around, pull on the tubing, and retracts with that one button remote.
Well, we want to tell Shayna hello. She's saying hello. She is in Bel Air, Maryland, and she's watching the show. Thank you so much for tuning in. And she's come up with some really great ideas as well, someone being in a wheelchair. Did you find the website?
Me?
There-
Yes.
Oh, well, can we pull up? They've got this video that shows how it works.
Let me share screen.
Okay, I'll click present and I'll click share screen. Oh, no, not me.
Me.
Me, right.
Here we
Invite?
go.
No. Oh, there it is. Add the stage.
Now, is this the one that had the most? Oh, no, it's down here. There we go.
$270,000 falls.
There it is, folks.
Wow, the number one. There it goes. And then it has a little thing where it shows where you put it through. Who came up with the idea to have the R right there for it to go through?
That is all Austin over here.
Yep, that's something we added throughout the 2 years of changing the design to make it run as smoothly as possible. That was kind of one of the fun pieces we got to put into the design.
So who's that? There was a video
Nice.
of someone going up the stairs.
And
with
so,
this.
as Dr. Kimberly already asked, does the hose come in purple?
So that is actually a really funny question, because the reason it is light green is for fall risk prevention. So individuals can see it and try to avoid tripping over it. So I think light purple would be a great idea. Stands out, and that might be an addition people would have to make in the future.
There we go. Introducing. Drum roll, please.
Might be a little slow on the loading there.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it's my high-tech internet connectivity. So, and of course, I mean, I had it playing just before I came on air, and a coworker was in the office, and he said, "Does it come in a 100-foot cord?"
Oh, we got another question. This one is, what about glow in the dark?
Glow in the dark's a good idea too. Hopefully, it's not too light because it might light up the room while you're trying to sleep. But that's definitely a good idea. The tubing is sold separate, and I believe the recommended length of tubing is up to 57 feet of tubing. That's what doctors and durable medical equipment stores recommend, because there is a little bit of a change in flow rate as you make that tubing longer. But we find 50 feet from any central location in the house is plenty to reach where you have to go.
Shana says, you two are amazing, and this is well needed in the community.
Thank you so much. Appreciate the support.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, there we go. Wow, this is amazing. I guess that is true that maybe some of the glow in the dark, but they've got these really cool, covers that you can put on your eyelids.
Or if you have, yeah, it could be like it's green during the day and it glows red because like red light things we can see it, but it doesn't like impact us when we sleep. But that's the next iteration, right? You can worry about that. Or some LED lights embedded in the tubing. There's all kinds.
See, now that would be me.
Exactly.
That would be me. So how long did it take you to start putting the pieces together? Grandpa said, could you make something? And then you guys kind of went to the drawing board and said, so what would that look like?
Well, our first thought was there's got to be a solution out here. Mm-hmm. So immediately went on Amazon, and then I went on Google, and there wasn't a solution.
Google, Dave.
There they are.
And there wasn't a solution for my grandfather to deal with his supplemental oxygen tubing. So I thought it was just an opportunity to come up with a solution. He was the one that actually came up with the reel idea, the way it spools it up, similar like a reel and garden hose. So it's kind of what inspired the design. But we came up with a couple different iterations that worked, but we landed on this one. So we made a lot of changes, and he was able to test and use it for a few months. And that's how we landed on this design. But I was in an engineering internship, and I would get home from work at 5 or 6 p.m. and then work on it all night, 3D printing different solutions. And I was spending a couple $100 on plastic and different motors and equipment for it, troubleshooting it, trying to get it to run as smoothly as possible. And I decided to post a video on LinkedIn, and that video on LinkedIn ended up blowing up, and I had a GoFundMe attached to it, and I was able to raise about $1,000 that I could use on future prototypes. So it was really the support of people on LinkedIn that helped me afford the next components to take to the next level. And then on top of that video blowing up, we realized, one, people support this, and two, there's a market for it. People want to see a solution like this. So ever since then, back in the summer of 2022, we've been working on it.
Well, lucky for you, or it's a blessing that we are live right now on LinkedIn. So people will get an opportunity who haven't been following, or maybe they gave and forgot about it. They'll be able to see it. So that's exciting right there. We're going to do a commercial break, and we're going to use, let's see if I can do this on this end. Present, share screen, and I'm going to go here. Oh, I got to switch over to this one.
It is a community effort to raise awareness and support for those battling lung conditions. With every step we take, we honor those who have fought and those who continue to fight. Each participant gets a race shirt, a drink ticket, and complimentary snacks. But that's not all. Stick around after the event for a live band, awards, local beer and wine, and protein-packed ice cream with protein pints. Your participation and donations could make a huge difference while supporting the COPD Foundation. Help us continue our mission to ensure that everyone can breathe easy and move freely. Visit us at realfree.so to sign up, learn more about our mission and products, and see how you can get involved. See you at the start line. Welcome to the Lung Legacy Run, brought to you by Real Free. Lace up those sneakers and join us at Millennium Park in Grand Rapids, Michigan on August 10th, 2024. This run is more than just a race. It is a community effort to raise awareness and support for those battling lung conditions.
All right. So Alex and Austin, are you guys based here in Grand Rapids?
Yes. So we were born and raised out in Lowell, Michigan. And we currently just moved into the Fred Meyer Innovation Center downtown. We got an office, and that is where we're working full time throughout the summer.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. One of the things that I have appreciated over the last 11 years that I have been in the disability community, because I acquired my disability at 47, has been the creativeness that those who are in that community possess, and then those that are around them, how they kind of force them to be creative as well, like your grandfather did. To, hey, I may not have all of the wherewithal, fortitude to do it, but I do have an idea, and I'm going to give you a part, and then you take it and you run with it. And I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it, because we don't ever think that there's a no to anything, that there's always an answer to the question and a solution to the problem. So I definitely appreciate what you guys have done. Alex, you've been really quiet back there. What did you do?
So I was working for interim healthcare at the time. I was a CNA. I'm studying human biology at Michigan State University. So I would work with elderly patients every single day, helping them out. And it was a frequent fall risk with this oxygen tubing, and not only for the patients, but also for the caregivers. And at the same time as Austin trying to create the remote, I just noticed this huge problem that was going on and a need to be solved. And when the video blew up on LinkedIn, it confirmed that pressing need for a solution. So ever since then, I joined the team helping out, and Michigan State has been a great resource for us, helping us get to the next steps, teaching us every little step along the way, because we had no idea what the future brought with Real Free. We just had a device and didn't really know where to go with it. And Michigan State gave us that leadership to get us to each steps, getting a patent, getting a business plan together, and then eventually sending us on pitch competitions. And those have been a huge help, gaining attraction and getting some funding to help us get this through the FDA.
Yeah, you got a nice check from them.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's talking about little. I mean, there's this video that says yes, and they won $85,000.
Whoa, nice.
Yeah, it's a nice video, and I was like, they disclosed how much. I was like, okay.
And was that as a result of the Student Startup of the Year award?
So that was a separate award. Michigan State, the Burgess Institute for Entrepreneurship is the program that we got introduced to. And we have been working in that program ever since. I'm going into my last semester there. And they help startups start from the very beginning and learn how to create a company and get it to those next levels. And part of their program is really pushing us to go towards these pitch competitions, because it's a great learning experience plus an opportunity for funding if you can win them. But they're just a great opportunity to meet other startups and just learn so much about what other startups are doing and how you can push to the next step. And throughout our years there, this recent year, we were awarded Michigan State Student Startup of the Year, which there's no funding tied to it, but it was a really great award to show our hard work, and yeah, we were really appreciated. But yeah, so the pitch competitions were totally separate. That's where we can get some funding. The Student Startup of the Year was just an award to show our hard work over the years.
All right. That's Michigan State, they know how to accept money. We'll leave it at that. I have 4 siblings that graduated from that fine institution. So anyways, on a more serious, less cynical note, so in the pitch competitions, is it like Shark Tank? Have people been offering to buy this from you, or what's happening?
Yeah, the structure is like Shark Tank, and it's basically like a competition for different startup companies. There's local ones, state ones, national ones, and global ones. We've been fortunate enough to do the whole variety.
All of the above.
Yeah, we've won money at Baylor in Texas, at Arizona State. Just got back from a competition in Boston. So imagine like a Shark Tank style, but then it's judged on a rubric and question and answer, and then each competition is all non-dilutive funding. So a variety of those competitions, we've been able to raise that money that Dr. Kimberly just said. So that's how it was broken down through a variety of different competitions.
You said non-diluted funding?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so all similar like to a grant. We don't give up any equity of our company.
Ooh, that's nice.
No venture capitalists looking for an equity stake.
Right.
But are those folks, do they hang out at such competitions looking for the next big idea, or even a great idea like this that might not make billions, but it could make an okay return?
Yeah, absolutely. And the funding we've raised, it's all broken down from venture capital firms to private equity to angels. So anyone can invest in a company. You don't need to be a big investor, especially in early stage. Typically, we see with other startups, it's a family and friends round. Because if you think about it, anytime you have an idea, the closest people who believe in you are your friends and family, and then later on, there's the big funds, venture capital funds, the angels.
And that is the great thing about these pitch competitions, that sometimes the most valuable stuff that you get out of it isn't even the funding, it's the people that you meet there and connect with.
What's the furthest that you've gone to do a pitch?
Let's see. What is that?
Probably Arizona.
Yeah.
Probably Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
ASU.
Okay. And so this is just like a college circuit of pitch competitions that you're doing?
Yeah, so we're primarily doing student pitch competitions right now. We have grown over the past couple of years from doing local ones to these larger ones. And just a couple of weeks ago, we were out in Boston for the Holt Prize, which is the world's largest student pitch competition, where they have 7 summits around the world. So we qualified to the Boston Summit. But it was an amazing opportunity to meet startups from, I think at Boston, there was in total, there was 110 different countries where startups came from. I think Boston, there were 50 countries where individuals came from.
How many different pitches were there in Boston?
The Boston one had around 50 pitches.
Okay.
So you're categorized based off of what you bring to the pitch?
Yeah.
We want to say thank you to Carol Englishman, who's watching. That's my neighbor. Hey, Carol. So glad that you're tuned in. I'm not sure if Carol uses oxygen or not in their home, but this would definitely be something really nice, and her husband would appreciate it. He likes doing this kind of stuff. So how many of the prototypes do you have right now made?
So we've made, between all the different parts that go into it, we've done hundreds of iterations. The current prototype, we only have a couple on hand. We do need to be registered in the FDA to be able to sell this and let people use it. So right now it's just a matter of proving that it's safe for the consumer and setting up all those documents to register it in the FDA.
So Grandpa is waiting, or is he using one of the iterations?
Yeah, our grandpa was a guinea pig, if you will.
We say test pilot. We have test pilots. But I noticed that on the oxygen compressor or whatever, the non-scuba, and we would actually call it a SCABA, above water breathing apparatus. But we digress into acronym land. But anyways, that tank had a CareLink label on it. CareLink is a supporter of us at Disability Advocates. Shameless plug. We're actually giving our Investability Award this year to Mike and Deb Damstra, who were the founders of CareLink and continue to own it. But I can't go to CareLink today and buy one of these. I want one.
Well, not yet, but shortly, in the next few months, we'll be selling the first units at CareLink.
So you got to get the FDA.
What's that?
The FDA's got to give you the stamp of approval.
Yeah, we just have to set up our proper quality management system, and then the first sales will be through CareLink. And CareLink's also a partner in our 5K race that we love to talk to about as well. It's the Lung Legacy run that you saw. Dr. Kimberly played the commercial for a little bit there a couple minutes ago. But yeah, CareLink is super supportive, especially in respiratory care.
They are. We want to say good afternoon to Bertaji. She's coming in from Detroit.
Excellent.
So good afternoon. Good afternoon. It is now time for a commercial break. And so we are going to play. That's going to be our commercial for today. And see if I can pull it back up. Wait a minute. I got to open up. Where did it go? It disappeared. Wait a minute. I might have.
Do you have it?
You got it?
I got it. I got it right here.
Is it gonna play?
Well, we'll see. Alex and Austin, we need technical help. So
would you like us to play it?
Yep. Yeah, that'll work.
All right, then let me cancel it.
And then while you're doing that, can you pull up the video that shows how the it works? So let's play that one first. So it is now 28 minutes after the hour, and we're getting ready to go to commercial. And we actually have two professional commercials, if you will. And the first one is going to be, here we go. Okay, we're going to do the run first.
Oh, are you guys hearing the volume?
Is there no?
It's not.
Are you able to see it?
Yep.
Yes.
Here.
No. But actually, it's self-explanatory tonight.
Not exactly sure how to get the audio playing.
Hey, Dave.
Yes, ma'am.
Dave, it's not us this time.
Hey, now we share our love of technology when it doesn't work.
Yes. Do you have your video of showing the real free?
Yeah, we can at least show the.
I don't think this one has in the first place.
So this is the real make.
Everybody knows
remote.
the R.
This one button unreels freely.
Oh, look
Our
there.
patent pending technology that organizes the tubing to prevent kinking, and then connects right to the wall, so it's right next to the oxy concentrator. And the tubing is sold separate. It holds standard tubing that's on the market.
Yay.
Most
Okay.
awesome.
So a couple of questions. Now they're just going to buy. So I would go to CareLink. Now, can I purchase this with my insurance, or do I pay out of pocket for just this piece?
Yeah, it's currently an out-of-pocket purchase. We are working on getting the reimbursement codes for it to be covered under oxygen concentrator accessory device.
And how much does this run for?
Well, I'm not gonna say the total cost yet because we're not selling it yet, and we're need to register it in the FDA first. But you can figure it will be close to $200.
Okay. And then when I get home, I have to load up my own tubing to it, or when I go to CareLink to purchase it, they'll load on the tubing.
Yeah, we believe anyone will be able to load the tubing on themselves, and it is usually whoever is in charge of the supplemental oxygen tubing. So that could be a caregiver or a spouse or a loved one. But you change that tubing out every 2 months is what they recommend.
Oh, okay.
So it's not a common thing, but you do have to change out the tubing every 2 months, and a loved one or anyone should be able to handle the changing of the tubing.
Yeah, one of the missions was to make the tubing easily accessible and changeable. As in that video, you could see how quickly you can get that tubing on and get it all wheeled up.
Yeah, because that whatever the piece has an official name, so that the wheel will pivot and not rotate the tube, right? There's that little
The R
not the R. The R just is the guide, but on the side.
right down in here.
Little swivel adapter.
Nope, the other side where it detaches off. Yeah.
Should show it.
There
So
it
here's
is.
rolling up. We'll be requesting the purple tank, folks, or
Yeah.
purple tubing. There we go. That piece, because that allows it to swivel without bending the tube.
Exactly.
And pretty self-explanatory for the user to get it done.
Yeah.
All right. Do you know what the suggested retail price will be?
Yeah, we're shooting for $200 roughly from our customer discovery interviews. We believe that there's a market for it at that price point. And that price really breaks down to the components and the cost of those, though. So we need to list it at a fair price that people are willing to pay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you send this over to CareLink, somewhere in there, somebody's going to have to, you're going to do it by order, or are you going to try to manufacture a few at a time?
Yeah, we're working with a couple companies right now, but we're going to be doing the manufacturing ourselves. So we're setting that up right now. And then it will be a purchase order, most likely when we sell units to CareLink.
So then I have to wait for you to build me one. So now I feel really special that you're custom making one, and it's going to have purple when it comes back. I don't want gray. I want a purple.
I'm sure we can make something happen.
Or my cousin, her favorite color was blue. And she had her oxygen and the cord. It was everywhere.
Exactly. It's a huge fall risk.
This would have been so nice for her. It really would have been. Because I tell you, I can see, as soon as I saw this, I said, this would have been perfect. In blue, of course. Because she likes blue like I like purple. Hello, Di Austin. Di Austin just tuned in. Thank you for tuning in to Rolling on the Road with Dr. Kimberly and Dave. Today we're talking to Austin and Alex, and they have created Reel Free. So if you know someone who's on oxygen and or you're on oxygen, you guys just hold on just a little while longer. CareLink will have this apparatus waiting just for you. Hey, Jason. Jason's just not tuning in. Thank you so much for tuning in, Jason. We appreciate you.
Well, see, I like the technical part of the words on the screen now, folks. It aims to enhance the lives of individuals on supplemental oxygen because, of course, Dr. Kimberly, we're all on oxygen.
We are.
But some of us need supplemental oxygen. And so that is, what did you call it? It's not a compressor. It's a
Concentrator.
So it concentrates the oxygen. So they don't have to switch out tanks. They can just have the concentrator there.
Exactly. So these individuals with oxygen deficiencies, they require supplemental oxygen to concentrate their body with enough oxygen because it is not doing that at the moment. So these individuals have to be connected to this concentrator. Majority of them, it is 24/7, and they have to carry this long, cumbersome tubing around wherever they go, which creates a huge fall risk, which is the whole mission behind Reel Free.
That Reel Free aims to enhance the lives, kind of falls into, help you live your own self-directed life, to be able to stay at home and not have to go into a facility because you just hook yourself up. And now this is going to be my next question. Is there some kind of way that you can have one of these that might hook to the back of your wheelchair? Because if you're wheeling around your house and you're connected to the presser, I'm thinking like, what are we doing with this tubing?
Yeah, so one way is the one button wearable remote that will retract and organize that tubing. It can be worn either on what do you call it?
Like a little button right here.
Yeah, or for individuals in a wheelchair or on a walker, you could connect that button directly to an area on that, so it's easy to reach and retract and organize that with just a click.
Because I could just see this all being still caught up in the back of my wheelchair, and I'm rolling over it, and I can't breathe. And
Exactly. So that is exactly what we're trying to avoid.
Okay, so how much does the Real Free weigh?
It's super light. It's easy to pick up. It weighs less than 5 pounds.
So how come, again, in my mind, I'm thinking I have this sitting next to the compressor, right? It's connected. So it's connected, right bone connected to the left bone. Yeah. So it's connected to the compressor. I have this remote and I push the button. I think I have enough hose. And the next thing I know, I'm going towards the garage and I'm pulling this little 5 pound unit behind me because I forgot to push the button.
Yeah, so that is one of the designs of the RealMate remote, is that it unreels freely as the user walks around or moves around their living area. So the one button is to retract and organize the tubing to keep the excess off the ground. But as the individual is moving around, it will unreel freely depending on the area.
So I don't have to push a button so it can flow. It's just gonna flow. The button is just to retract it when I'm coming back.
Exactly.
Towards, okay.
Making sense. Making sense. Winning awards near and far. You've got a distributor, retail, storefront. Now you just need the FDA, right?
Exactly. We're getting very close.
Cool, cool, cool.
Well, we are really excited because these guys are going to bring their prototype to the ADA celebration on next. It's in
They are
13 days. Yes. So if you guys want to see this up close and personal, they will be at the ADA celebration, which will be located at 160 68th Street Southwest. That's still Grand Rapids, Michigan. And that is in the Special Olympics building. You're going to want to enter in on the gym side because they're going to be, well, I think that both the gyms are huge, but they have a large gym and then a gym that's not as large. And I believe that's where you guys are going to be, is in that second gym.
That's great.
Cool.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it.
Cool stuff. And yeah, one more shameless plug. July 24th here at the Special Olympics Inclusion Campus. Be here, be there, be square, be here, be near. I don't know. Sorry, my rhymes. And yeah, I mean, this and more on July 24th, but definitely check it out. And I know you don't want to let out any secrets, but have you already started developing the next item in your,
yes.
collection of gadgets?
Yeah, absolutely. We have a wall-mounted version for 25 feet of oxygen tubing. That's intended for the 4.2 million hospital patient rooms that supply oxygen. So we're launching the in-home version, and we're working on launching the hospital patient room version next year.
Nice.
Okay. Well, can y'all add the tubing? Now that would be really cool for the IV. You know, so when you get up and you go to the bathroom, you don't have to have that big old pole. You just
yeah, there's a lot of potentials for our technology to be used on any sort of hospital tubing to manage the tubing. And one of the pain points of a hospital patient room is there's so many electrical cords and tubing.
now
So
that would be
the
nice.
hospital patient room device doesn't use any electricity. It retracts automatically with a spring. Imagine like a seatbelt, the way a seatbelt retracts.
Oh,
Okay.
yes. You see my brain is I love it.
Cool. And then beyond Real Free, starting to percolate new ideas in that direction? Or just going to focus on this for the time being?
Well, we're working on this full time right now, but a community event that we're doing, we talked about a little bit, is that 5K run and walk. And that's right at Millennium Park here in Grand Rapids, August 10th. It's a Saturday, it's evening. It's a 5K run at 6 p.m., a half-mile walk, which we'd love anyone to come out and enjoy the walk. And then we have beer, thanks to City Built Brewing afterwards, and live music. We have a live concert. So it'd be a fun event. The whole event is called the Lung Legacy Run. It's a lung health awareness event to bring the community together, working with CareLink, Interim Healthcare, and we also have a virtual event. So if you're a runner and you want to participate, check it out on our website. And you can do the run from anywhere and support. We also have a donation form on the website. If you're not a runner, if you're not in the area, but you like supporting the COPD Foundation and what we're doing with respiratory care, we'd love your support there as well.
Most awesome.
Well, as my husband had COPD, so that is kind of near and dear to my heart. But here we go. It is, what time do we have? It is 4:48. We're gonna play the commercial real quick. I got some audio. I can do it this time. Okay. Let's see. Was that? Okay, click share screen. Boom. Long legacy. Click share. All right, here we go.
Welcome to the Lung Legacy
You
Run.
scroll down a little bit, you can see the video too.
Lace up those sneakers and join us at Millennium Park in Grand Rapids, Michigan on August 10th, 2024. This run is more than just a race. It is a community effort to raise awareness and support for those battling lung conditions. With every step we take, we honor those who have fought and those who continue to fight. Each participant gets a race shirt, a drink ticket, and complimentary snacks. But that's not all. Stick around after the event for a live band, awards, local beer and wine, and protein-packed ice cream with protein pints. Your participation and donations could make a huge difference while supporting the COPD Foundation. Help us continue our mission to ensure that everyone can breathe easy and move freely. Visit us at realfree.so to sign up, learn more about our mission and products, and see how you can get involved. See you at the start line.
2 minutes. Where did she go? Oh, there she is. There we go. If you are watching on GRTV 25, we want to say thank you for tuning in again and watching the show. And you definitely have enough time by the time this show airs to be able to participate. If someone wants to participate, who do they need to get a hold to?
They can go onto our website, realfree.co, or they can go look up the Lung Legacy Race on Run Sign Up. And they'll be able to sign up and get their gear and go out and have a great time at the event.
We're going to do like this, and I'm going to click. Click copy. And come back. And I'm going to go over here to comment and put in www.reelfree.co.
There it is, folks. Check them out online. Yeah, we'll try to put on the web on all these feeds that Dr. Kimberly's message just went out to when
There it
these will
is,
be
really.
available at CareLink, because it's going to be like, the old-fashioned concert ticket. People are going to be lined up a couple days beforehand to get these when they're available, right? Camped outside. So you'll want to be first in line.
Exactly. It's more than just a race.
Exactly.
I see so many people that are carrying around those oxygen. So will you also have something similar for those who have to go out in public?
So that's not really our market. Those are portable units for going to the restaurant or grocery store or traveling. But they only last for a few hours, and when you go home, you're connected to the oxygen concentrator that plugs into the wall. And that's what we're focused on, is providing resources for when people are at home connected to that oxygen concentrator.
Got it. They know their market.
They're talking to people. You mentioned the customer interviews to determine the price point, things like that. What other parts of the process were like most surprising to you to say, like, I never thought that would be part of this?
Yeah, I mean, I would say the biggest thing is you don't know what you don't know. There's a lot of stages to bringing a product to market. It's probably taken double as long as we thought it would, but we're fortunate for the things we're learning along the way and the people we're meeting. So the biggest surprise would be the opportunities that entrepreneurs are presented with. You're constantly surrounded by entrepreneurs, and entrepreneurs have a completely different mindset. They look at things differently. So
Absolutely.
that's the coolest part is being in the ecosystem in Grand Rapids, which the ecosystem is great here. Through whether you're at Start Garden or Spartan Innovations, there's a lot of cool tech companies starting out of West Michigan.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things that we learn is that we're going to learn multiple things, every single day, and the learning never stops. And the way to learn the most is getting out there, connecting with people, because they are the information that we need to be connected to get this thing going to the next steps.
Are there any other children besides the two of you?
We do have one older brother.
Is he helping?
No, this isn't his strong suit. He has helped a little bit. He's a financial analyst, so we've sent him some spreadsheets along the way. So he has helped a little bit.
He likes Excel.
You like what?
He likes Excel.
Sale.
Well, there you go. It's like, go make some money and then bring it back, and I'll take care of it for you, right?
So
Nice.
Everybody's playing a part. So what about your parents? We know your grandfather's a part. What about your parents?
Yeah, we're very fortunate. Our mom runs Balance Consulting. She does tax consulting work. So she is willing to help on the tax front. And then our dad is a partner at LV2 Equity, which is a private equity firm. So he has lots of experience raising funds and investing into businesses on the private equity side. So he's definitely a mentor from the business side.
So you're just totally encapsulated. Everybody has a part that makes the wheel run.
Yeah, we go back to when it first got started, and like we said, the video blew up online, and so we knew there was a market. And then when we were sitting there looking at all the resources we had and opportunity, we had to pursue it, because we have too many resources and a real opportunity with Real Free.
All coming together.
Any final words, Dave?
Well, keep inventing. That's my final word. You know, I mean, that's the creativity of people who see a need and looked for a solution and you didn't have one, so you made one. And that's cool. And then a lot of folks who are going to benefit from this, as you point out, both in your words and on your website, you know, that falls are a terrible, terrible thing, and so many of them can be preventable. And so I'm just thinking the number of falls that are going to be prevented by the Real Free, and then the way more number of falls once these are glow in the dark and you have LED lights and a hose. That then you're going to be choosh. Safety, safety, safety. I'm just leaving it at that. But gentlemen, congratulations on this far, and yeah, looking forward to seeing you here on July 24th.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, we're excited, and we might need to brainstorm some more with you too, because you guys presented some good ideas. I like talking like this.
It sounds like we're creating a little party device too.
It is. Alex and Austin, any final words?
No, thank you so much for having us. It was fun to talk, and I'd love to meet in person soon.
Yeah, we're excited for the opportunity to meet you guys on July 24th.
Well, we will see you on the 24th. And I want to say thank you so much for moving your time up. Our guest today, we were supposed to be in Kansas. However, she is a pro basketball player, and she was on the injured list and just got cleared by the doctor on Monday. So today was going to be her first conditioning, and she couldn't miss her first conditioning. So I told her, I said, well, you know, I'm a little partial to, you know, sports, being a football mom. So I definitely know about being on the injured list. And then when you get that opportunity to train and get back in the game, hey, sometimes that takes priority, you know, over everything. But we will have her rescheduled closer to the fall, because thankfully to all of you, we are booked all the way up through, we're now at October. And we're working our way to try to get in another show so that we can get, you know, a few more folks in, you know, a lot quicker than October. But we are so grateful for all of you who watch us on our 4 different platforms, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on YouTube, and on X, and on GRTV 25. We appreciate you. We couldn't have come this far, 5 years, with the longevity that we've had, without all of you and your show ideas and saying, hey, do you know? So we got to give a shout out to Kylie, who recommended the 2 of you to come on the show. And Alex alluded to his relationship with interim healthcare. And the offer still is out there. It's a forever offer that if you sign up to become a worker at interim health care, that you will receive a $300 sign-on bonus if you tell them that, hey, you know, Dr. Kimberly and Dave, or you watched on the show, you heard about the show, you saw the flyer, you will get a $300 sign-on bonus. And if you are someone who is paying out of pocket, let them know that you saw us, and you will get a $100 credit off of your first self-pay bill. Well, we're not putting a period. We're just going to put a comma until next week, same time, same place. We appreciate you guys, and we will see you soon.
Thank you very much.
You're so welcome.